On Sunday, the President announced some new economic measures to help struggling businesses and individuals, including the reintroduction of the R350 Covid relief grant, as well as some tax payment deferrals. That is little hope, though, for some businesses that were decimated, especially small businesses who may not have been fully insured. Can the private sector play a role? FNB has announced some relief measures, and the CEO Jacques Celliers joins us now. Mr. Celliers, thank you for being with us. Firstly, I understand FNB ATMs were damaged. Just tell us, how much damage did FNB suffer directly, and how much did you lose?
Thanks for the opportunity. Yeah, I don't think anyone was spared really in those local markets that were so sadly affected by the riots, and I think the records will show we're somewhere between 250 and 270 sort of ATMs were affected, and up to about 30 branches at the moment. But clearly that's small in comparison to what many communities and many businesses experience out there. So yeah. It's been a big impact for us all, and our job is really to get back out there and to repair and replace.
The visuals around ATMs, I mean, my limited understanding was that you had to be an expert to know how to sort of get into an ATM. But we saw people trying to hack into them. Were they able to access that money? Are you worried about the precedent?
No, I mean, we used to ATMs attacks, just obviously a lot of them all at once, but we're used to that practice, and our security protocol and mechanisms that protect the cash. Obviously, we work a lot as an industry to protect our ATMs, and so it's a practice that we well rehearsed for. And similarly now the repair. We are focused. Our teams are out there. We're replacing as fast as we can to make sure the communities have some access.
But how much money was lost?
No, the total money is at the moment is not a big problem for us, and obviously, as you might also know, that the notes get stained when they get taken out of. So we would have recovered most of that damage.
All right, then you've announced some relief measures. Obviously, FNB customers, be they individuals or businesses, have been affected. We don't have time for them all, Mr. Celliers, but tell us some of the main relief measures that you've announced.
Yeah, so we have two types of customers. Clearly, the clients that on the retail side and customers on the commercial side. And our big job is to get that commercial activity going as fast as possible in local communities. So the first thing that we can do is we can get some payment holidays and some payment breaks and relief into customers who now clearly need to use all their cash to restock. And then for longer term financial instruments around insurances to come into play, so we can do the longer term repair and rebuilds. I mean, some of those buildings are going to take some time to just get the insurances paid out, and then the next thing is on the retail side for us to be able to on the retail side is for us to be able to get communities out there really supported to get their own insurances claimed out, paid out, and then to get relief out for them on fees and payment breaks. Like, for example, Saswich fees we've waived as an industry to make sure people can use different banks' ATMs with no inconvenience.
Okay, and this is good that you've announced it, but presumably this is people in good standing with you as a bank. These are people with the insurance in the first place. Poor businesses with no insurance, I guess the private sector can't deal with all our economic woes like that, but are you worried about the effect if those businesses can't recover?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the biggest thing is to get certainty back on the ground. People need to get comfort that it's safe out there and that the opportunities are there for them to reinvest. If the insurances don't pay out, potentially they've got some balance sheets we can leverage to get them some cash relief and to get some financial proceeds so which they can restock and rebuild their environments. I mean, it's a proper challenge on the local markets there. And the big job for us all as bigger industry is to make sure that those supply chains are also opened up again, so that trade can happen. So it's a big job, but we're up for it.
Well, how are you feeling? We've often discussed this, the future of the country. I think S&P was saying just the looting, just the unrest could take off 0.7% in terms of GDP. But then on the other hand, we always seem to have something that helps us. Commodities doing well. But obviously investors are looking at what's going on. How are you feeling about where we're going?
Yeah, we had a nice run back in. I mean, the economy was bouncing back quite nicely, and we were grateful that at least we could get some of our vaccination programs off the ground. Although we're a little bit slow out of the starting blocks, it does seem as though that's gaining a lot of momentum. The sort of own goal, in certain local markets now as a consequence of riots, clearly will be a bit of a damper. But we're quite excited about trying to get some of this at least to build a bit more stability. If you think about it, Francis, I mean, some industries are really, really pumping already. I mean, they've got, real good progress and that have bounced back tremendously. But industries like our tourism sectors and hospitality games, I mean, that's really still a few sectors that really need the vaccine programs to get stability so that the communities can get out and about again. That will really support those. So it's tough, and we never thought that we would be able to recover, just very quickly to where we were in 2019, for example. Although the economy was slowing down in any case, we hope that some of the policy adjustments. Obviously, we don't have a lot of room to move anymore. So most of those, it does look as though government's serious about setting and bedding those down now, so we can get on with business. There's so much opportunity, When the interest rates are as low as they are now, if ever you wanted to build and invest in infrastructure and local sort of economy, I think this is a great time for us. There's a lot of positivity in participants that really want to build our country and help our communities, and this is a great time for it. But we just need that stability and certainty on the ground to stabilize nicely.
All right, thank you for your time tonight, the CEO of FNB, Jacques Celliers.